He got to be a father. He got to be a CEO. He got to be a criminal. He got to be a sex trafficker. He got too much going on. The word on the street is Diddy told his daughters to stop attending his trial because they being influenced by a lot of the things that's going on during this trial. There's a lot of scandalous women that been doing their father wrong and it's planting ideas in their head. Their young minds is impressionable. His sons think about pimping full time. And can you blame them? They father being accused of doing something they know he ain't do. The game get dirty, you might as well get dirtier. These young women got choices to make. They witnessed their father go down by some people he employed. Everybody that's claiming to be a victim of this man was on his payroll. It was the people closest to him. He don't know who he can trust. And if he do get out of jail, he hope that his own family won't switch sides. He don't seen it done. This girl Capricorn Clark, her testimony is all messed up and people can't even see through the clouds. We about to be exposing that, man. Yo, without further ado, y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button too. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this video, man. Because people got to realize that Diddy is a father at the end of the day. And it's his responsibility to raise his kids, even from behind bars. And by them coming to the trial, that's them spending time with their daddy. Even though he's in the system, in order to spend time with him, they have to be a part of that very system that's so corrupt that it's corrupting their minds in the process. And allegedly, he don't want his daughters to be attending the trial because of the things that they talking about up in there. They don't need to be hearing that anyway. And when grown folks talking, kids need to be somewhere minding their business. But they all up in his business in the courtroom. Allegedly, Diddy don't want them there. And this is why. Now, I was doing these streams all day. This is my third one. So, we going to pick up where we left off. Because this got real crazy in the courtroom. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to get a better understanding of what this is all about. He a businessman. He got family. He got people he got to tend to, people that rely on him. Why is they wasting his time and everybody else's time with this trial if he didn't do anything illegal? I'm looking for the illegalities in this thing. So the judge got back on the bench. Cross-examination of Capricorn Clark resumes. Clark, a former employee of Diddy, is back on the stand following the lunch break. The jury is returning. I'm painting the scene for y'all. So I need y'all to use your vivid imagination because they not letting nobody record this stuff. You got people going down to the courthouse and all that, but I'm giving y'all what's going on inside the courtroom. So make sure y'all pay attention, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Clark testifies relationship with Ventura changed over time. Clark testified that she and Cassie started to develop some issues around 2008. She got a little bit more bravado as being his girlfriend. The longer it lasted, she said. She went from being more of a sweet model to a feisty girlfriend. Defense attorney Mark Alfino asked Clark if she thought Ventura was very talented. She said, I think she had talent. She testified that Ventura's live performances weren't great when she returned to work for Ventura in 2016. Her drug use was preventing her from the opportunities that were before her. So Cassie was doped out. The music was whack. Performance was worse. She said she felt like she had talent because she didn't want to disrespect Cassie, but he was giving her the alley-oop to just be honest for once during the whole trial, and she failed. Combs initially gave Ventura more resources than other bad boy artists. Sean Diddy Combs made sure Cassie had access to top-tier industry professionals that create stars, including producers, choreographers, and stylists, his former employee testified. Ventura had more attention and resources than other artists signed with Bad Boy, especially at the beginning of her career between 2007 and 2012. From my point of view, the lion's share of Bad Boy was on Cassie in that first block of time, referring to a time period between 2007 and 2010. So you mean to tell me he threw a bag at Cassie and she couldn't produce no more hits, he could have put his kids out there. He neglecting his family, investing all of his time, money, energy, resources into Cassie, and they got to hear about that in court. I would have asked my daughters not to show up too, because he treated Cassie better than he treated his own kids. He ain't put as much money into his kids like how he put into Cassie. They got to feel a way about that, especially now that the money not flowing in like it used to. When people ask them where all the money went, they can say it went up Cassie's nose, and she turned around and burned their father. And I don't even want to speak on their mother because she no longer here, but if we was to have that conversation, that would be very gut-wrenching, tear-jerking, and heartbreaking. So we not even going to do that. We going to leave that one alone. Ventura continued receiving support from Combs even as focus shifted to new artists, the ex-employee said. Y'all see that? New artists like Machine Gun Kelly and French Montana were getting a lot of attention at Bad Boy around 2012, but Capricorn Clark, Diddy's former employee, said Cassie Ventura seemed to be getting the same amount of attention. Clark said that even though Combs took a step back around 2016-17, she believed Ventura still had the same support. So even when he had new acts coming in, he still treated Cassie the same. Clark says Ventura wasn't forced to dye her hair. Clark worked for Diddy in 2016 with Cassie. Clark helped create a new look for Ventura to show off at the MTV Music Awards that year that required Ventura to dye her hair neon yellow. Defense attorney Mark Elfingo asked Clark to confirm Ventura was on board with the look and had a say in the decision. Clark testified that she presented the idea to Ventura, who liked it before telling Combs about it. The defense attorney explicitly asked Clark to confirm that Ventura wasn't forced against her will to dye her hair. It ain't like he forced her to do drugs. Even if that is the case, he putting all that money into her. If he want her hair to be blue, and that's what he's selling to the people, then hell, she is not the CEO. If she don't want a job, then, hey, collect unemployment somewhere. I don't know. They make it seem like he a criminal for being the boss of his company. He been putting, if it wasn't for him, Jodeci wouldn't have been wearing them leather jackets and all that back in the day. Mary J. Blige wouldn't have had on the football jerseys or whatnot. That's what he do. He give people swag. That's how he made his millions. Clark learned Ventura and Kid Cudi's relationship in late 2011. She says, Clark, Diddy's former employee, testified that she learned Cassie Ventura and rapper Kid Cudi were getting to know each other around Thanksgiving. She said that Cudi came to her apartment to hang out once, sometime after Thanksgiving. Clark said that about a week before the alleged kidnapping, she picked Ventura up from Cudi's home after she spent the night there. Clark said she understood at the time Ventura was in a relationship with Combs, so she was basically helping Cassie cheat on her boss. They trifling, to say the least. Clark denies telling Homeland Security agent that Guard was with Combs during the alleged 2011 kidnapping. Defense attorney Mark suggested that Capricorn Clark, Diddy's former employee, told an agent from Homeland Security Investigations, hold on, let me get this together real quick, that Combs came to her door with a building security guard the morning she says he kidnapped her to go to Kid Cudi's house. On the stand, Clark repeatedly denied that and maintained that a security guard was not with Combs. Clark testifies that Combs demanded a security guard let him into the building that morning, and the guard was fired soon after. So they got holes all in her story. Clark disputes defense claims she voluntarily accompanied Combs in 2011. Defense Mark suggested Clark, Diddy's former employee, voluntarily went with Combs to Kid Cudi's house in December because she didn't want him to do something stupid. Alfino suggested that Clark told him and his attorney at the meeting in April. On the stand Tuesday, Clark maintained that she did not want to go with Combs. I went because he told me that he didn't care, that I didn't want to go. Alfingo asked if it was possible that Combs would do something stupid because he's a jealous guy. I wouldn't use the word jealous. He has a very bad temper. So she lied about Diddy forcing her to go over to Kid Cudi's house. That's not what she told them when they met. She said she volunteered to go because she didn't want Diddy to do something stupid. Clark testifies she's unsure how Combs and security entered Cudi's property. The attorney asked her how Combs and his security guard got through the gates surrounding Kid Cudi's property. Clark testified that she wasn't sure because their backs were to her and she wasn't paying close attention to what they were doing. I was praying that Cudi wasn't inside of there. Clark warned Ventura and Kid Cudi that Combs had a gun and intended to harm them during the 2011 incident. Defense attorney Mark challenged Capricorn repeatedly as to whether she told Cassie and Kid Cudi that Combs had a gun when she called them from outside of Kid Cudi's house. Clark insisted she told them about the gun at the time, speaking very quickly so Combs wouldn't see her on the phone. I said, Puff came to my house with a gun. We came to Cudi's house to kill him, and then I heard they're in my house. She testified Ventura had the call on speaker with Kid Cudi so she could hear him yelled at. Clark said she spoke to someone else besides Ventura outside of Cudi's home. Who the hell she talked to? Continuing to testify about the night she called Cassie from outside Kid Cudi's house in 2011. They wasting people time with this bullshit. Capricorn Clark said she called Lauren London for about 30 seconds for her own protection. She called on Ventura. Clark was outside the house while Diddy, Combs, and his security guard were inside. They all messy. Lauren London caught up in this bullshit too. Yo, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Who knows what really happened with that? She was like my sister at the time, and I wanted somebody to know where I was, Clark said, choking up. He was in the house, and if he did get killed, I just need somebody to know where I was in case this all went really bad. After thinking about it on the stand, Clark said, it's possible she had London on a three-way call with Ventura. She testified she can't remember whether she called London separately from Ventura or spoke to them at once on a conference call. So she put them on three-way outside of Kid Cudi's house when it was all drama, man. Combs used Clark's phone to call Ventura before chasing Cudi and all that bullshit. Clark testified she pleaded for Combs' forgiveness after firing. Man, if I was Diddy, I wouldn't want my daughters to see this shit neither, man. I wouldn't want them to see it. I wouldn't want them to be involved in it. I wouldn't even want my mother to be there for that. The worst time in his life, and his family is at the trial. Not no more. Diddy asked them, it'd be best if y'all just stay away from this. Y'all don't heard enough. Y'all don't seen enough. No more of this. Y'all gotta move on. Whatever happened with him, that's just gonna happen. His family gonna have to figure it out. It ain't gonna do him no justice with them sitting in the courtroom listening to every detail about his adult life. The stories that these people telling make you not trust nobody. They remember Cassie when they was coming up. These some very young girls. They starting to put two and two together. They don't know how they feel about their father. I know they got questions about their mother. It's very unfortunate, man. Hold on, y'all. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hey, son, this is Journey.
Hey, what's going on? We so glad you called in. What's on your mind?
Oh, son, you asked a question, should they let Diddy go home?
Right.
And I believe absolutely they should. He is not a criminal. He just likes to have fun. I don't see why they got him locked up in the first place. This is a money grab, obviously.
Yeah, but did you hear the testimony that the lady got up there? They talking about something that happened in 2011. None of this stuff is incriminating whatsoever, though.
I didn't hear the testimony, and 2011. I heard that they even mentioned something back from like the 90s or something. It's not incriminating. They're trying to, the racketeering thing. So they're trying to claim that he was involved in racketeering because he allegedly blew up this man's car, but there's no evidence that he actually did other than him making a threat, which it sounds like hearsay because I don't know that there's any evidence of him even making the threat. And that was one isolated incident. It's not like he was just consistently and continuously, blowing up people's stuff and, just, it was one incident is my point. So no, that's not racketeering. And you know what, Sean, I'm glad you asked this question. I believe the crime, like I said in the comments on another video, the crime is having talent. That's the crime. They locking up black men because they know that they'll find talent and continue to get richer and richer and richer, while the rest of these people who were invested into this music industry will start losing out. Because as you can hear, these new celebrities, they don't have any talent. The black guys are the ones that find the talent and invest into the talent. You see Kanye West, billionaire, Rihanna, Beyonce, all these billionaires coming out of, talented black executive businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you listen to these new, it make you want to throw up when you listening to these new artists. And I believe that who's pushing them is probably, those other big labels. I don't even know the labels anymore. If it's not Bad Boy, if it's not Rock Nation, then who is it? Like, I don't know them.
Yeah, that's where we at with it. It seemed like, Diddy was the last one to really make some money or put people in position to make some money in the entertainment business. There's nobody else to mention. Exactly.
And of course, they've mentioned Jay-Z. You see what they've done to the most talented pop person, R. Kelly, not pop, but R&B guy, R. Kelly. They started doing this a long time ago. He was the first person, but they knew that they were coming for these other guys eventually. I think this was all planned, to be honest.
So you saying...
there's somebody in the comments talking about my IQ or something like that when it comes to...
we ain't worried about the comment section. So you saying that they had this all planned out even way back when R. Kelly, they knew that they was going to get him first, they was going to get somebody else. So if that's the case, they got somebody lined up for when they done with Diddy.
Yes, I believe it. Yes. Yup. I believe it. And I believe it's going to be a big person, somebody that's like really doing numbers, somebody like Kanye West, or it could be anybody, because no matter who you are, they can say, oh, you did this before you did that. And I'm just referring to like executive business management, stuff like that, maybe taxes or something. Oh, you took this step before you did this. Oh, that's against the law. We're going to have to lock you up for 3 years. But usually they don't look that deeply into people like that, like, because they know that these are common mistakes and common errors. So, you having a party and you having, oh yeah, come on out. I'm over here. We over here in Los Angeles. The girls coming from Miami. Now you're trying to stick somebody with a sex trafficking charge just because somebody came over and they knew that they were going to have sex and, come to the freak off. That to me is insane. There are laws, and I think you might have mentioned this before, that there are laws that people don't even know about, like in certain states, like you can't have sex in a position aside from missionary, little stupid stuff like that. So if somebody looking through your window and they see that you're doing it and it's not missionary, technically you breaking the law and they can call the cops on you. Yeah. This is...
That's real. That's so true, man.
Yeah.
That's so... And I was thinking when you was talking, because you made a lot of great points. At one point in hip-hop, the roads was wide open. You had plenty of Southern artists making millions of dollars, going platinum, selling CDs out their trunk. It was so much money to be made in the music industry that people was becoming millionaires overnight. It was like hitting the lottery. You get an album to pop, and then it was guaranteed money. So can you imagine how people was gritting their teeth, watching these rappers with all these chains, golds in their mouth, all of the girls, they throwing money in the club, they throwing money at the cameras. It's people out there trying to make an honest living, a 9 to 5, and it's a rapper out there making more than they'll ever make in their lifetime. So now that Trump is in office, they like all this shit got to go. They want to chop this stuff from the root. All they want the top moguls to put an end to it. They been grinding their teeth for the longest watching this stuff, so they finally about to put an end to that. It's like Tulsa, Oklahoma. They're getting rid of all of that rap money. It's over.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They are blocking every single avenue that they know that a poor person or somebody that's rising, they're trying to stop people from rising. They're blocking every possible avenue that a regular, normal, everyday person like me and you could have. Whether it's, okay, let's start a small business. Why don't we go and open up a little warehouse in Africa and have some people over there making clothes, dashikis, and whatever else? Now we're going to have to pay a crap load of tariffs on that. Like, now that we got the money to actually make investments that make a difference, now you want to come into this office and just, like, put a halt to everybody's stuff.
Right.
What's this all about?
I mean,
literally putting caps on lawsuit awards and all types of stuff. It's crazy, man. I knew this was going to happen back in 2020. Sorry to be, talking too much, but go ahead. I'm sorry,
you good. That you made a whole lot of sense there, man. Because all of the ways that a brother could come up to get some money out the blue, it's impossible now. You know how many brothers, like you said, have shit coming in from overseas and then bring it over here and make it flip. And, double up on their money. Now with these tariffs, it's going to be hard to get anything exclusive. They don't, you know how many people made money off of boosting and knockoff brands and shit like that. Now everything is exposed. People ain't trying to buy no Louis and no Gucci because most of the people never even went to the store to get this stuff. They knew somebody that had connections to bring them the shit. They'd sell it for a lower price, but now everybody know that it's fake. And it's knockoff, and people just can't afford it. Like, the whole game is messed up for people out here to make some money.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And I'm not going to say, listen, the only way around being successful are these two things, but I'm not even going to say that because then they'll be coming for me. So I'm just going to let that go. But, I guess if y'all stay prayed up, then you don't know what route to take to get rich. If that's what you're trying to do.
They say ain't no money like hoe money. Do you feel like that's still the case? Do you think women still thrive in selling themselves?
No. Well, financially, probably, but it's degrading, demoralizing. But if you don't have morals, then. See, that's the thing. So now, if you ain't got no morals, then that's the way to go. But if you actually have morals, then that's not an option. It just is what it is.
Yeah, morals been gone for a long time. People ain't had morals since Lil' Kim came out. Let's be real.
I like Lil' Kim back when I was in the 6th grade when she came out with that.
Squatting
blue
down,
wig, red wig. Yeah, and I actually had a little cute hairstyle with a blue strip in it, so I like Lil' Kim, but I was never a little Kim. However,
today in Sean Diddy,
in your growth phases, sometimes you think, okay, you know what? Why don't I just stick to business, stay focused on business, and when you have a business mind, sometimes you kind of treat personal life like business. Like, okay, I'm just going to deal with my business colleagues, okay? And you start dealing with a business colleague, and that business colleague is trying to conduct business related to sex. Sometimes you'll get caught up in that kind of stuff, and then you have to stop for a minute, like, okay, you know what? This is immoral. I ain't going to be able to sell my soul like that. See, if people really had a soul to begin with, then they would not allow any amount of money. That's the problem. I think you mentioned this before, is that people can be bought for anything. And you should not be able to be bought for anything. The problem is that there are people in this world with billions and millions of dollars that can say, hey, Jessica, let me give you $15,000. Let me just see you show me a whatever for 15 grand or, whatever it is. And if you don't have morals, you might do it.
Yeah.
If you have morals, you would think that this is a sick pervert that needs help. You have to look at people for what they are. People be sick out here.
But this is the thing about it with this trial, right? These people worked for Diddy for years, and they're claiming that he's immoral, he's a criminal. From what you're saying, in order to deal with somebody like that, you have to be immoral yourself, right?
Yup, exactly. If they dealt with him for all these years and had a personal relationship with him, then they were just as immoral as he was. Unless it was completely professional. If it was completely professional, that's another story. I'm pretty sure, I don't know the dynamics of the relationship, but I could bet my bottom dollar that somebody out here has a story on each and every girl that's coming up there making statements about Diddy, like whether she took some money to have sex, or if, everybody has a skeleton in their closet. So even those same girls up there testifying, talking about how bad Diddy is, if you were in that circle, if you made it to that level, then you've done something with somebody somewhere that was unscrupulous. Even if it's a threesome, whatever it is. Because you were talking about Machine Gun Kelly. Let me tell you, Sean, I did something on that song, and that I would never forget Machine Gun Kelly, because I did something. So it wasn't really unscrupulous. It was just that I wanted to have fun. So I decided to have a menage a trois. So yeah, but that's not normal for me. Like, that's not the normal. That's not the norm. And sometimes you just want to do something. So that's what I did. And Machine Gun, it was during those days, but I just threw that out there.
Yeah, so what you trying to do, man? You ain't called to talk about no Diddy. You ain't called to talk. What you really trying to do?
I'm talking about Diddy. I'm talking about immoral people.
No, man, you already immoral.
How? Because I did it. The menage a trois went.
Yo, cut the crap, man. What's really going on, man?
Look, but see, here's the thing. I'm
gonna set it up tonight, man. Wait for the phone call. Meet me in room 112. We gonna holler at you later, man. Y'all gotta get straight to the point, man.
Oh my goodness.
Acting like she a saint. You trying to freak off, that's all you gotta say. You talk my head off about all this nonsense, and you a bigger freak than Cassie. Can't believe I listened to her. She acting like she Mother Teresa, and she out here living like Kaya. Her neck and her back, y'all. But that's Negro here, no there. Yo, hit that Cash App. $ Sean Blaze Docs. The phone line's still open too. Without further ado, let's get back into this news, man. Y'all ready? I've been ready. She said something about Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim been nasty for a long time. But is she happy? The bigger the freak, the more misery they have. The more depressing pills and shit they gotta take. They can't live with themselves. They know they nasty. Got them demons all in them, soul ties. Drinking all them babies and things. They go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at, and I ain't talking about Lil' Kim, cause that's my sister and I love her to death, but she ain't been living right as far as them raps go. They say being a whole pay. Whatever happened to the slutty vegan? Is her store still up and running? What happened to the slutty vegan, man? Cause they try to make it seem like this stuff pay off. What happened to Amber Hose? Where's she at? Y'all think Cassie gonna live happily ever after? Now that people know that somebody done peed in her mouth? Let me do this real quick. How many of y'all went down there and got slutted out? With the STD sauce and all that. Put the hottie sauce on it. Mixed the chlamydia with the cycle blood. That's how they was doing it with that bullshit. Is she still in business? I heard she had to sell her company because people got tired of being slutted out. After business trips, Pinky Cole bounces back with vegan hoagie shops in the land. Don't nobody, she better switch that shit up. She went from slutty sandwiches, now she making vegan hoagies. She had to get her act together. Because people weren't supporting that stuff, man. Atlanta entrepreneur said Saturday that Vogies, now she voguing with the sandwiches, will inaugurate her Slutty Vegan 2002 venture, operating out of her original Slutty Vegan storefront in the Westview. Like, you can't break my Vogue. You can't break my Vogue. Vogies. Now every dude with a nose piercing gonna come up there and get them a damn sandwich. They voguing at the vegan. Man, get the shit out of here, man. Grand opening, grand closing. But that's Negro here, no there. We got to get back into this news. Clark testified she pleaded for Combs' forgiveness after firing. Clark, Sean Diddy Combs' former employee, broke into sobs as she looked at the emails she sent Combs in 2014 and 15 asking him to forgive her. She did this in court, y'all. She bust out crying in the courtroom, looking at how weak she was for Diddy's love and affection. She testified earlier in the day that although she was officially fired in 2012, over a vacation she took, she believed Combs actually fired her because he was upset about her knowledge of Cassie Ventura's relationship with Kid Cudi. You goddamn right. She said she felt like she was a protector for Combs and he didn't have anyone looking out for him without her on the staff, even though she a two-timing, double-crossing, two-faced chick. That email is me pleading. Dude, let it go, she said. Clark, through tears, said she was hurt because she believed at the time that Ventura wanted her fired. Hey, she encouraged her to cheat on her man. She encouraged her. Basically, she took her to get a burner phone and everything. It also bothered her that Clark said she believed Combs only hired her again in 2016 because Ventura wanted to work with her. Some weird shit going on here, man. She need to admit that she was freaking off with them too. They need to quit painting this picture that Cassie was the only one getting her cheeks blown out. They need to let the world know Lauren London was a part of that group too, and a bunch of other women. It wasn't Cassie in the beginning of her testimony admitted that she knew that Diddy had other girlfriends. Whatever happened to that? And she was okay with Diddy. She wasn't the only girl he was dating. Out of the blue, Diddy ain't got nothing going on but Cassie. He ain't got a chick on the side. He ain't got a girlfriend nowhere. They making it seem like Cassie was his wife. Defense attorney wraps up his cross-examination of Capricorn Clark. They wrap that shit up. Clark further testifies about difficulty finding a job after 2012 firing. Under redirect examination, Clark said that the settlement she reached with Combs after her firing in 2012 required mutual non-disparagement, or whatever the case, and that Combs signed a letter of recommendation for Clark. Combs never signed a recommendation letter, she testified. Clark couldn't get a job in the industry after that, she said. Shit, word got around that she not to be trusted. She's scandalous, she trifling, and if you want to work with her, do it at your own risk. She also said if she wasn't so messy, she would have been able to get some work. She also said that in a meeting that she thought was about possible employment with executives from Interscope Records, they told her to leave Combs alone, and it wouldn't end well for her. The hold on. The judge struck that part of the testimony from the record after sustaining a defense objection because they don't want to get Jimmy Iovine them involved. Clark testified that she continued to look for work through 2015 but wasn't able to find a new job in the industry because she was blacklisted. The judge sustained another defense objection to her response. She said she wasn't able to find steady work in the entertainment industry, so she started consulting. At this level of business, he holds all the power as it's related to me, she testified. So she messed up her own. Hold on, wait a motherfucking minute. Is that her? What the hell? What in the schmeagles? They turned her to the crypt keeper. Oh, she was definitely freaking off back in the day. I know Puff gotta be mad as hell. She looked like a golem. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but damn. They need to put her in the damn hospital somewhere. A straitjacket. Why they let her come out the courtroom like that? I don't think nobody would want to hire her. She looked like a villain out of Gotham City. And let me not be talking about that lady like that. I ain't about to be doing that, man. Capricorn Clark, a former employee of Diddy, has finished her testimony and has been dismissed for the day. He looking at her like, get the fuck out of here. He trying to make sure she don't come back in the damn court. Like, enough of you. Like, have a nice one, honey. That better not be a man. Diddy got some explaining to do. Combs controlled Ventura's career, decisions, ex-employees testified. Clark, Diddy Combs' former employee, testified that when she worked for Cassie. So sick of this. Cassie got paid, y'all. Cassie good. Cassie gonna be all right. Cassie ain't hurting. She ain't wanting for nothing. She waiting for her new baby to come into the world. She full of surprises and gifts. They just Cassie. What? It wasn't nobody else he was banging. They make it seem like his world evolved around this woman. Like Kim Porter, like he wasn't involved with Kim Porter. Like he ain't got baby mothers. Like Misa didn't come over and spend the holidays with him and Christian or something like that. What's going on? Like he wasn't having babies on the side. Cassie, man. Combs' defense team again raises concern about call restrictions at his prison. So they want to make it to where Diddy can make calls. Sean Diddy Combs' defense team is again raising concerns that call restrictions at his prison don't allow them enough time to speak with Combs once he returns after the trial ends for the day. So they be wanting to chop it up with him, but they can't because they ain't letting him use the phone. The judge said he thinks there's been a disconnect between the defense and prison officials and that he would try to help them find a solution. Diddy about to have access to that phone. He about to tell it from his perspective. Man, if they let Diddy have more time with his lawyers and he get to speaking and letting them people know what's really going on and they have time to sort it all out, oh man, it's going to be over by next week. Persecutors plan to call 4 more witnesses tomorrow. Persecutors said they plan to call 4 witnesses tomorrow: a Los Angeles Police Department officer, a Los Angeles Fire Department investigator. What the fuck they gonna say, man? Well, when I showed up to Kid Cudi's house, the car it had a hole in the roof, and yeah, it was on fire for a little while. Cudi probably put that fire out his damn self. Dante Nash and a woman called Maya, who is one of Sean Diddy Combs' former assistants and an alleged victim. These people he been done with years ago. Now they want to pop back up to get their shine on in the courtroom. because they still mad that he let them go and they want to see him suffer because they suffered because they ain't had no job after they got done with him, after he got done with them. Persecutor Moraine Comey says she believes the team will get to all four witnesses tomorrow. It's a damn clown show, man. And that's why he don't want his daughters up in there. They gotta watch their daddy get done wrong. That's like watching your daughter or letting your daughter watch you get anally assaulted as a man. And you sitting there gotta take it. You biting your bottom lip. You looking at your daughter and the teardrop come out your eye. He don't want his daughters to see him getting his manhood snatched. While they sitting up there bringing in witnesses, people that he don't even remember. Ex-employees, disgruntled. And anybody could see this, man. The jury gotta have a brain. But I guess that's not necessary nowadays. They need to bring Pharrell Williams up in the courtroom. Bring his zesty ass up there, man. All he gonna say is hi, goodbye. An afternoon recap. We don't want to do no recap. Shit, booty, man. The whole trial whack. When they gonna bring Jay-Z and Beyonce up in there? Where LeBron James at? Where them big time celebrities at, man? Black entertainment is trash. I'm sorry, man. BET been horrible for a long time. That's because the public only wants certain things, man. It's hard trying to please people. If it's too healthy, if it's too wholesome, niggas don't want it no more. Back in the day, it was the opposite. Yo, I want to take y'all down memory lane real quick, and I'm going to get out of here unless we get another phone call. But in the meantime, let me do that. I want to do something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to have me a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this up. Y'all stay tuned. Hold up. About to have me some fun for all my old heads out there, man. About to take a trip down memory lane back when life was good. I mean, life always good, but back in the day, it was even better. You know what I'm saying? Who's the private stick? That's a sex machine to all the chicks. Shaft, you damn right. Who is the man that will risk his neck for his brother, man? Shaft, can you dig it? Who is the cat that won't cop out when there's danger? When there's danger's all about. Shaft, right on. They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. We can dig it. He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman, John Shaft. Come on, man. That's back when music was music, man. Who is the man that'll risk his neck for his brother, man? I can't think of nobody. Because that ain't what we doing out here as a people, man. We ain't risking our neck. I'm the man. They need to say Sean Blaze after that, because I've been doing these videos about Diddy for a long time, risking my neck, risking my life. Who is the man that will risk his life for the Diddy, man? Blaze, can you dig it? Who is the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about? Blaze, right on. I ain't done yet, man. I'm going to keep going down memory lane. That's what I'm going to keep having fun. We ain't getting no phone calls. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Look at this. Check it out. Check it out. Do what you want, girlfriend, because it's your world. This for all them girls that like them girls that like them girls. Cause I know y'all listening. Like that girl that called in talking about she did a Nicki Minaj H1. She ain't say nothing about doing it with another man. She ain't got no man. She living single. Look, keep your head up. What? Keep your head up. That's right. Whenever this life get tough, you gotta fight with my homegirl standing to my left. Am I right? I'm gonna keep on going down memory lane. I do what the fuck I wanna do, man. And y'all it ain't like we getting no phone call. I'm gonna do what I wanna do, man. Look. Hold on. It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. When there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of the seams. As the day goes by, we're gonna fill this house with happiness. The moon may cry, we're gonna smother the blues with tenderness. When the days go by, there's room for you, room for me, the gentle hearts of an opportunity. I'm gonna keep on going down. I ain't gonna stop. Do what the fuck I wanna do, man. Ain't like we get no call. Do what the hell I wanna do, man. Hold on, y'all. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
Hi, this is Angel.
Angel, I'm so glad you called in. You a lifesaver. You saved my life, girl. I really do love you and appreciate you for that, man.
Well, I'm glad it was yours that I saved.
That's what's up, man. I don't know if you heard, but Diddy don't want his daughters coming back to the trial because as young women witnessing this type of stuff, seeing what they father going through, this going to shape and mold them for the rest of their lives because they love their dad and they see that these people playing games with him. It ain't going to do nothing but put hatred in their hearts if they keep on coming to the trial. How you feel about all that?
I don't think that this is their first time hearing about their father's behavior. That's what I think. So while they trying to put emphasis on the young girls coming, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to protect kids now, but I don't think so.
Yeah, did you hear the testimony from this new witness, the Capricorn Clark? It seemed like they letting anybody that's willing to talk, that had a relationship with him. It's like they sending out invitations. Please, they begging these people, come down and say something.
Just keeping black people just consumed with nonsense. It makes no sense. All of my black people understand there are greater things going on in the world that we need to concern ourselves with. This is stupidity. What they did, they opened up the floodgates for more people to indulge in this type of behavior. They don't want us to come up. Anything they can do to keep us ignorant, they're going to flood the news with it. They're going to keep us, y'all are going to keep us entertained, John. Make your money. Do that. But at the same time, help some of these lost black people. Because keeping up with this crap right here, it's not putting you up on the reason why Trump has decided to pull back on the tariffs. Everybody is concerned about rent, all of that stuff. Hustle so you won't struggle. You got to make your money regardless. Get out the news.
Hold on, what happened with them tariffs now?
Yeah. So I used to be real political. But I could care less about those people now. But this morning, I did hear on ABC News that he was pulling back. He's pulling back on them. The foreigners, they're not thinking about Trump. Trump is new to the game. You know, Trump is a wannabe pimp, that sort of thing. You know, anything to exploit a woman because he's not a real man. You know, he didn't have to struggle. From what I understand, his daddy gave him his money so that he could start his empire. So he don't know shit about working, you know? So forget about that man. The foreigners, they're not thinking about him. They game tight. You know, they been into this. This is something new to him. So they didn't buy into the crap that he was talking about. You know, he want to threaten people. Oh, we're going to put tariffs on you. You're going to have to pay all of this money. For what? Do you want the United States, everybody, to just be living in a tent city? Because if the tariffs, the way that he was going with the mess, if it would have gone through, it would have been a lot of people, you know, really looking for an extra way to make money. You know, so it's good that those people stay firm. Thank you, foreigners. But Trump, yeah, he needs to go somewhere and sit his ass down.
Yeah, man, that's some real stuff. And, you know, they talking about this trial is going to wrap up sooner than they expected to. What do you think the verdict going to be after hearing what you've been hearing? I know you probably can care less what they do with Diddy, but just by the sounds of things, do you think it would be just for them to give him life or give him some time period for this stuff they alleging him of?
Okay, so based on everything that you've been reporting, because I'm getting my news from you.
Oh, so much love.
I really appreciate you. No. It's not enough. What we need to hear about are the kids. We need to hear about the tunnels and all of that stuff. We need to hear about the sex trafficking. You know, that's the most important stuff. I'm walking right now. I have to get my exercise when I can. So anyway, this stuff about them having these little orgies and stuff like that, you know, if it was consensual, then no, he shouldn't be locked up for adults just wanting to play with each other. It's my neighbor trying to talk to me. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm live. Hold on just a second. But yeah, so yeah, we need to really discuss. They need to bring up in court the real stuff about them exploiting these kids. I heard about the corpse. Where them dead bodies coming from that they was having sex with?
Why do people do that? They see people on the phone be trying to talk to somebody while they on the phone. I don't understand that.
Yeah, well,
it's a bunch of Diddies out here. It sound like you live next door to one. That was kind of creepy or whatever. But yeah,
he's down the street.
Yeah, this
down the street,
and he trying to get up close and everything. That was
already
very,
know what that is.
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
Trust and believe. That ain't nothing to worry about.
Yeah, man. That shit. I'm over here. I don't know what's going on, man. Where he at? What's the address over there? Because that's kind of messed up.
I have to give you that. It's too many people listening right now. I can't do that.
I'm gonna have to go over there. I'm gonna have to go get at that nigga, man. He walking.
It's no comments on everything. He'll tell you himself. I'm not like that.
He walk around with them booty shorts on and all that,
all out
in the middle of the street with them booty shorts on, talking about you gotta get your exercise on.
No, I got yoga pants on right now.
Them tight ass yoga with the sweat down the crack with the yoga pants walking down. That's why everybody we gotta get back into this news, man, because I can't believe this out there in them streets. Honestly, with them clappers clapping. With them,
don't do that to
with
me,
them clappers clapping. So this the thing about it, man. You know, it's hard. I would imagine it's hard being a parent. And Diddy in that courtroom, mind you, these are his children. He trying to lead by an example. He don't want to expose them to things, but he in a messed up situation.
Did that a long time ago, though. I mean, how are you going to be a parent now? They're grown. Those girls are what, 18, 19, something like that?
They still young, though.
They are, but listen, the man been doing this stuff for how many years? In his house, he has a replica of the mother outside in his courtyard. What kind of crap is that? Those kids have been tortured ever since he put that statue in his yard. How about that?
They might end up choosing.
That was a selfish act.
They might end up choosing the wrong type of men because of who they follow. You know, women, they gravitate towards men like they father. After hearing all this stuff, they might end up with the wrong type of men.
Well, that's true. And I wouldn't even doubt it. I mean, what they're going to be looking for is a father.
Yo.
The only thing Diddy has been is the bank.
Damn. And that's what they're going to be looking for. A sugar daddy, a man that got some money.
Yeah, it's sad. I hope they don't end up like the Simmons girl.
Hold on, you out there in them streets, every man, you talking to every man in the street, you calling your niggas baby and all that. That is crazy out here. You out chasing them dog ass men out there in the street. I can't even believe you, man. You hollering at every nigga that ever walked past, man. That is beyond crazy, man. We want to thank you so much for your call. That's a damn. You got stuff you gotta do, man. You out looking for a dog ass nigga out in these streets, man. That is beyond crazy. Handle your business, sister. Handle your business, sister. Now go on, find you a man, since that's what you out there trying to do. We ain't got nothing but love for you. And the next time I go live, you can call back. Hopefully you find a dog just like Diddy. Just like Diddy. Find you a dog just like Diddy. We gonna holler at you later, man. Now, yeah, go and hug that nigga, man. Go and hug all the niggas you talk to. How about you do that?
Hey, who are they from?
What it do, Geneva? We do appreciate
it's
you.
Sean Blazington show.
No doubt. I appreciate the both of y'all, man.
Love you, Sean.
Love you too, sister. Make sure you do your thing. I'm going to holler at you later, no doubt.
You're going to have a great show, baby.
Oh, I appreciate you. You have a good one too, no doubt. I appreciate her, man. Just out here up and down them streets with them clappers clapping, the whole neighborhood trying to holler. Looking for a dog with a flashlight in the daytime. Got the nerve to be speaking on Diddy's daughters. Oh, man. For you men out there listening, you better get your thug on. And quit that weak shit. And quit trying to... Man, I keep it real with y'all. I was the type of dude with the flowers and the candy. The I love you with the card and the note, and it ain't even Valentine's Day. Came across the right hood rat, and that changed everything for man. I'm as cold as ice, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of my life. As far as Diddy's daughters, I don't blame him for not wanting them to come to the trial, because enough is enough. They father is getting dragged through hell, and there's nothing that nobody can do about it. And even if he do come home, the damage is already done. There's no way he gonna be able to live a normal life or whatever the case is. He gonna have to get low. But he's still making money. If he do come home, he need to just go into hiding. Just get far away. Move where Russell Simmons at. Move to Jamaica. Be a rude boy, bad boy. Out in Jamaica. That's what he need to do. Get him a nice little situation by the water. Grow him some plantains, get some vegetation going on out there. I mean, that's what I would do. He don't need no more parts of America. Move to Africa, brother. Live like a king out there. Take your business overseas. That's what he need to do. Yo, hello. Who this is, man?
What it do, Sean? It's your boy Verse.
Oh, man, we got the homie on the phone. We so glad you called in, man. What's on your mind, bro?
Hey, I got a question.
Yo, we all is.
When everything hit the fan, and all and they say everything was a joke, was it worth it? Let's just say everything is a joke. It's a big show. Does it make it worth it?
For entertainment's sake, yeah. People entertain themselves with all different types of things, man. People would do anything for entertainment. So was people entertained for a long time? Hell yeah, it was worth it. For the entertainment aspect.
Yeah. So it's just bad for the people that get overconsumed by it.
Man, people get overconsumed by all different types of things. It's TV series on Netflix. I mean, just think of all of the movies on Tubi, all of the movies on Amazon Prime, all of these apps on Max, Hulu, all this shit. It's being consumed by people that
Yeah, yeah.
overindulge in this stuff and nobody really benefits from it. It actually make us scatterbrained at the end of the day. It takes away from our imagination and fuck up our reality. Entertainment, in a nutshell, is basically the devil.
No, facts. No, facts. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it don't make a difference which way you cut the pie, man. Somebody gonna eat it, and it's been
Yeah, facts,
consumed.
facts.
This Diddy trial, it kept people interest. A lot of people got ADHD and can't really stay fixated on nothing. Not just kids, but grown people too. So if this been able to hold people's attention for months, years, then it's the greatest movie they ever put together.
Facts. We've been watching it all our life, literally.
Word up, man. Yo,
Some of us.
since we speak about entertainment, I would love to know, man, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Man, it might sound crazy. Like I knew about all the movies that that the average, and we speaking on black people, that the average black person grew up on. But my favorite movie is Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Yeah,
I don't recall. Let me Google that because
with Will Ferrell.
with Will Ferrell, the movie. Oh, the movie with the dude from Saturday Night Live. A lot of black people like this movie. Love this movie.
Hey,
What is that?
That's my all-time favorite. That's my all-time favorite.
Man, I don't know how many black people that I asked that question to, and a lot of people stay Step Brothers. Like they watch this shit faithfully. They make it a must. I never really sat and watched this movie, but it's something about it that black people grab it. Is it they afros or some shit? The Jew froze? What is it?
Man, this movie is so naturally funny. It's everything from the way the characters look to how they talk to how they act. It's like, bro, everything is just naturally funny. It's a movie, but you would just think that it's just naturally funny.
Yo, would you tell a young lady that if you was with a bad chick, right? And y'all was having a conversation, her lip gloss popping, she all sexy, double D's all perked up, and she was like, "Hey boo, what's your favorite movie?" And she hit the hookah, and she waiting for you to reply. You gonna tell her Step Brothers?
Damn right. Females love to laugh too.
Hey, that's what it is, man. That's
Yeah,
what's
I
up.
just called to check in with you, big dog.
No doubt, man. I appreciate that too. This man says Step Brothers. And I ain't mad at it, man. I'm gonna have to check the movie out, man. And don't be no stranger. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it, man. No doubt. So
got
much
you,
love for
buddy.
you. Yo, be good out there, man. He says Step Brothers, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my favorite movie. Y'all need to see this, man. Ask me what my favorite movie is. And Step Brothers probably cool and all that, but if I had to pick, I don't give a damn how long this movie is. I'm watching it all the way to the end. Wake up on a Sunday morning and put Scarface on. I feel like watching this shit right now. And I don't know about y'all, but I'll put this movie on and it feels short to me. I'll be like, damn, it's over with already. I could watch this all day, every day. But she couldn't dance for shit. He just had to have it, like most niggas, man. You see that blonde hair with them, man, you just can't. This movie is everything. She was all coked out at the end. Like, I can't even have a fucking little baby with her. Her womb is so polluted. Like, her box is trash. I can't do nothing with her, man. Yo, this like Diddy and Cassie at the end of the movie. Like another Quaalude, she love me in the morning. Like another freak off, she beat my baby. But that's Negro here, no there. Yo, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this thing up. The Knicks about to be playing tonight. And I'm going to answer the question again because I've been wanting to know, man, should they let Diddy go home and just say, forget about all this, you good, Diddy, go home? They got to confiscate him for something. They wasted his time, man. They have him in there. And once they got you in there, they ain't trying to let you out. They ain't gonna say, okay, fella, you're free. Because if they do that, it's gonna make them look like they ain't about their business. The next person that get on trial, they're gonna be like, wait a minute. Like, we seen this shit happen before. Y'all like to waste people time. Hurry this shit up. If y'all ain't got no evidence, if y'all ain't got no proof, don't be stringing me along. Have you ever been called in for jury duty? A lot of times they figure out the case before the jury is selected. They be like, everybody can go home. This nigga, he going to jail. Like, he pleaded guilty. Like, ain't nothing else for us to do. You got to be a special motherfucker to be on the jury. To be sitting there getting paid $2 an hour, doing lunch breaks, and you got to dress professional. I'd be sitting up there with a Wu-Tang t-shirt on and some house slippers. Like, fuck that. I'm sitting on the jury with pajama pants on. Y'all ain't paying me enough to get dressed up too. I ain't no lawyer or nothing like that. If you don't like it, find somebody else. That jury, they got to be thinking, what the hell did we get ourselves into? They 60-something years old. They don't give a damn about none of this stuff. Like, back in my day, we did missionary style. They probably mad at Diddy for whacking off in front of his company. Like, you paid your girlfriend to do what? Like, I would have never did that to Beth. So it's the worst thing, man. And I'm going to keep on talking about it until it's over. I'm going to do this shit to every last drip drop. But I'd be lying to y'all if I said I was interested in this shit. But that's what's trending. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on nowadays. They going to be back tomorrow with 4 more witnesses. They going to be pointing the finger. Diddy did drugs. I seen Diddy kick Cassie in her ass. We all seen Diddy kick Cassie in her ass. We all seen Diddy put hands on Cassie. Tell us something that we don't know. Your Honor, I seen Diddy kick Cassie. Like, bitch, we all seen Diddy kick Cassie.
Oh my goodness.
I seen Diddy do drugs. Like, we all seen Diddy do drugs. The way he was dancing on that Craig Mack video let us know that he do drugs. It's Bone and Biggie, Biggie. It's Bone and Biggie, Biggie. You know they was doing drugs in the studio when they did that. On the dangerous. Can't too many niggas hang with us. Shit, you can't even be in the studio if you wasn't on no G shit. Who shot ya? Separate the wheat from the obsolete. Hard to creep these Harlem streets. It's on, nigga. It was all about that drama. Talking about Diddy tote guns. He better. Fuck around. Somebody tried to test his gangster. Like, who shot you? Like, it wasn't me, but somebody did, nigga. Now you dead. Diddy have a whole conversation with you at the damn while you in your casket. You laying there stiff as a board. Like, I told you, nigga, should never fuck with me, man. Do real things. Me and my niggas hold hammers. We all bust heat. Now you thought it was sweet. Now look at you. You dead, nigga. Diddy at the funeral home having a whole hour's worth of shit to your corpse. He'll wait for you dead and then do a song and do subliminal. He doing ad-libs speaking on you while you dead. That's how they did Tupac. The whole Life After Death album was a shot at Tupac. You're nobody till somebody kills you. They doing blues music, talking about how Tupac dead. Yo, his son look like he done killed a couple of people in his day. His daughters probably bust hammers on some Kill Bill hyper deadly assassination squad shit. You just never know. And his mother is very elderly right now. His mother is extremely old. And I know she going through it right now, witnessing her son in the courtroom going through this. And everybody that got love for him. I'm just mad that people not speaking up. Where the celebrity blogs at showing love to Diddy? How come LL Cool J ain't come out and say, man, fuck that, man. Diddy's a good dude. I remember him on Mount Vernon when I was coming up them uptown days, man. Me, him, Heavy D used to kick it. He ain't never been that type of man. What they trying to do is destroy hip hop. It's another brother taking an L. Diddy, we here for you, man. LL ain't said no. Where them old school legends at? Ain't nobody gonna speak up for Puff. Why Bobby Brown ain't say shit? He get on there looking like TD Jakes. They'll mess around and call Bobby Brown the power bottom. Like, I've been knowing Puff since he was a young kid. And like I told him back then, it's his prerogative, whatever it is he do in his life. And it's really nobody's business. Like everybody know I'm Bobby Brown. I could have been on trial for doing some wild shit. Now, one celebrity came out and spoke up for Diddy. That's what's baffling to me, man. All them people that was at his house eating his lemon pepper wings, drinking up all his liquor. Now, one of them niggas got the balls. I know what's going on with Puff, but it ain't right. Jay-Z need to do a freestyle. He need to go up to Funk Flex or Shade 4-5 and do a freestyle about Diddy. He said I tried to scrape the hillbilly chick, but then they found out that I'm really rich. He need to talk that shit on Diddy's behalf. The Lock, where's Sheik Luch at? Where's Styles P? Jadakiss ain't say nothing about the Diddy trial. Like, that nigga been known to do a lot of things, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the name Jay Chitta. He gave me that name the first day I signed my contract, said my lips, reminded him of Jada Pinkett. And since then, niggas been called Jay Chitta. I kiss you, you bitch ass nigga. I bet the world won't miss you, you bitch ass nigga. Like, you so much of a bitch, he'll kiss you dead on your mouth. Like, come here, you bitch, you bitch ass nigga. Bet you like that shit too. Ain't nobody speaking on Diddy's behalf. Jennifer Lopez ain't come out and say nothing on Telemundo. Like, Diddy, I know you're a bad boy and everything, but you did not do it on that. I freak off. I do it because I want to, okay? Everybody in the audience started applauding like, yeah! There's nobody that'll make you freak off unless you want to, okay? J-Lo ain't come out and say nothing. Who else is? Where Lauren London at? She got fat. She don't want to get in front of that camera. That's what her problem is. Like, Lauren London, can we have a word with you? She just go in the Waffle House, act like she ain't hear your ass. She go in the Marathon Burger and get her daily cheeseburger and get back in her van and pull off. Why ain't nobody speaking out on that man's behalf? Look at this. Look. So many people out there that was on his nuts. Where they asked French Montana about it. As soon as they said something about Puff, he walked off the other way. She like, the only combs I know is honeycombs. I don't know nothing about no Sean Combs. If you want to talk about honeycombs, then let me know. She got real big on him, man. All she do is make pasta with Aisha Curry. Steph Curry wake up in the bed and roll over and kiss his wife. Come to find out, it's Lauren London laying in the bed with him. Damn. Shit. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Did y'all know her birth name was Keisha? That Lauren London, that's a stage name. They said that's a man. But we ain't here to talk about them people, man. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. I just wanted to talk a little bit. God damn, look at her neck. Hold on, why her head so big? Damn, God damn. You lay off them damn ho-hos. See, it's people like that. One hot dog too many, it's a wrap. Michael B. Jordan was smashing that too. They need to put her ass on Ozempic. They had her in the Soul Food movie, and she couldn't even come out the damn trailer. How Michael B. Jordan, he helped her out when Nipsey Hussle passed. I bet he helped her out all right. But that's Negro here, no day. And she was freaking off with Diddy back in the day too. They need to bring her up there to the damn court. Diddy stood in between them. That's what tripped me out, nigga. No, Diddy, you stand next to me. Diddy got his back towards look, he got his back towards Nipsey. Like, pardon my back. She got her is that her hand on his shoulder or is that Nipsey hand on his shoulder? How you gonna come between me and my girl? And he's still entertaining Lauren London with Nick. He ain't focused on either one of them niggas. Like, I remember when Nipsey died and she did that, she did a photo shoot with Diddy and he was all up her butt. I couldn't believe. Rest in peace to Nipsey. Cause I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but come on, man. She took Nipsey. Look, that's what I wouldn't have did a video about it, but that's what people assuming. Lauren London and Diddy not dating. That don't mean they not. If he a freak like that, I'm pretty sure he put baby oil, made her put baby oil all over her body before. He definitely did. All of them niggas did, man. Pharrell, all of them. Ugh. Hope I spelled that nigga name right. All of them niggas, man. She was at the freak all party with Pharrell in his first video. She was all over them boys. I remember this video like it was yesterday. And that dark skinned chick right there, whatever happened to her? She was fine as hell. Wasn't she in the Friday movie or something like that? Lil Wayne put a baby in there and all that. She was out in that music industry early. She did the movie with T.I., you know, Tip put a tip on it. They ain't had no bras on in the music video. They was on some Comic-Con shit fucking around with Pharrell. Hold on, that's Mimi. That's Stevie J, baby mama. That's Mimi from Love and Hip Hop in the video. Look, I could tell that jawline from anywhere. Find out she was shaking her tick old bitties in the Pharrell video. Yeah, Mimi Faust. Damn, they ain't nothing but some hood rats. She fucking with Stevie J. She fucking with Diddy, Pharrell, The Game, all them niggas, man. Black Hollywood is only so big. They had Keke Palmer in them on Pharrell videos with the skateboard, with Skateboard P back in the day. Man, get this shit out of here. Who the hell is... Yo, I better get off here before some pornographic shit pop up. Got Jada Pinkett with Skateboard P with the Van sneakers on and everything. But let me say, hey, now ho. Everybody get real quiet. Like, I ain't no hoe, motherfucker. Hold on, let me get off of this real quick, because I done went down a rabbit hole I ain't even supposed to be down. Hold on. Let me... Oh, shit, I done dropped it down. Spilled the Hennessy all over the keyboard. Oh, I should have got out of here long... Now the computer ain't working. God damn. Yo, y'all do me a favor. Y'all hit that Cash App. $ Sean Blaze Docs. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all, man. Yo, I'ma holla at y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good out there. Hit that Cash App. $ Sean Blaze Docs, baby.